What's going on? Hey, listen, Assistant Pastor Carlos Morrison from Springfield, Illinois. I'm here with my beautiful, amazing, intelligent sister, Brittany Lee Hugh. What's going on, girl?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Excuse my appearance a little bit. I just came from the gym trying to get my
Yes,
mental and physical health going
I
on.
heard
So,
that. Yeah, so you were at the
uh-oh.
gym today. Got you. I got you. So,
Yep.
Brittany, tell us what are some of your what are the most beneficial exercises since since you know you're in the gym, you're working out, and then there's a lot of equipment. But
Yeah.
what are some good exercises that you could do before you even work out, or is it even important to even do the exercises before you work out?
Yes. So one thing that you can do is simply walk. And so on the treadmill,
Mm,
whether it's 10 minutes, I say 10 minutes tops, and you may be on an incline, it's just you want to get your heart rate up. It's good. Some
mm,
people like to jump in really quickly. But if you are just beginning, you can start your 10-minute warm up. And so that
mm.
10-minute warm up gets your hearts going. And so I'm the type of person who loves going to my fitness classes. So, it helps me stay accountable for going to the gym at a certain time. I go to the gym, go to my fitness class, get that hour done, and boom, I'm done. Some people like working out differently, but I say do what's best for you.
Wow, do what's best for you. Y'all heard it all the way from Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bixby, Oklahoma, all the man, that is amazing. I love technology. Like I said before, it allows us to make this connection and that we can bring the gospel together and share the gospel of God together. Truly,
Amen.
it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be only just one phone call, one FaceTime, or one text message away. Man,
I'm
today
I'm
work
glad to
was,
be I'm glad to be sitting at your virtual table to have
yeah,
this
oh
conversation.
my goodness, virtual table, my Lord. Virtual table, yes. Hey, listen, today, today work was work like it is always is, y'all. But now work was really good because it really tested. It really gave me some tests uh, that I overcame.
Mm,
But it's kind of like you have to be careful the company you keep, right?
you're right.
Not every boss is for you. Not every coworker is for you. Not everybody that is related to you is for you. Believe it
Preach.
or not. So it's almost like you gotta as Dad always says, Pastor Morrison, you gotta watch as well as pray. You really do. You better be watching,
You do.
but you really gotta watch when you find the person that's close to you or the person that you bring in, and not everybody can have a seat at your table.
True.
Not everybody that takes a seat deserves to sit at your table either. I like to call her Bridge, so y'all excuse me. Bridge is interesting because uh what I'm seeing in today's culture and just um around that people come around when they need something. That's
Yep.
it, it's interesting because these are the people that, yeah, are they friends? Are they associates? Uh, you
Right.
know, they come around when everything is up. When you have money, you're good. When you're able to get what you want, good. But the minute you lose it all, the minute you forget to send that Apple Pay, the minute you forget
Mm,
to send that message or text message, or the minute you forget to make that phone call,
yeah.
it seems like, man, they quit showing up.
I don't know what type of motive they have. And so I think of motive. What is their motive for being there?
That's
Like
good.
I want to go into First Corinthians
Let's go
fifteen
there.
thirty three.
What does it say?
First Corinthians 15:33 says, "Do not be misled. Bad
Mm,
company corrupts good character."
mm.
The Bible doesn't say bad company might corrupt you. It said it will corrupt you. And that's a guarantee.
Wow. I love that. I love that. It said it's not gonna say might, meaning
No.
you can bank on it. You can spend your last dollar that somebody close to you, somebody that you're in a relationship with, somebody that is connected to you will will have a seat at your table and won't be misled. And what's interesting is that sometimes you can be in relationships, you can be in different places and parts of your
Mhm.
life where the company that you're keeping or the people that you're around, whether a family or friend or frenemy, uh, on surface,
Yes.
it doesn't look bad. See, we have to learn to get past the surface because see, anybody can smile, anybody can give you gifts, anybody can make you laugh and build you up and say, how great you are.
Mhm.
But deep down, deep down, they don't drain you just physically, but they drain you spiritually.
Mm. It's crazy how you deal, like how to deal with that. Man, fake friends. I think of fake friends, acquaintances who want to be in your face
Right.
when it benefits them. But as soon as things get rough and tough, boy, that phone be dry because there's no
Right.
benefit. And so fake friends are like weeds. They
Mm.
blend in with the grass until it's time to grow. And now that I have all of my, fruitfulness coming in and
Jesus.
healthy green grass going, boy, it's like, man, them weeds like dandelions just coming and popping up. And it's hard to get rid of them, boy. So that means, like, I think even when Jesus, he
Yeah.
had Judas at his table. And you know what? Jesus knew he was going to get betrayed. He knew that. But there's a purpose. There was a purpose. And so that tells me not everyone who walks with you is walking for you.
My God, today. I'm gonna repeat that. Who? Not everyone. Y'all listen up. Y'all listen up because you need to be taking notes on this because a lot of your heartache, your heartbreak, uh, your your confusion, your frustration,
Yeah.
is because we're walking with the people that's not that we're walking with the people based on appearance.
Mhm.
We're walking on people based on appearance on the outside, or what they can bring to us, or how we can use them as an elevator to rise to the next level. So really, your
Yeah.
friendship, or the person that's sitting at the table,
Mhm.
is not seen as bad company until it's not mutual, until it's not reciprocated, right?
Right.
So I think what's best is that actually I know what's best. The best thing
Mhm.
to do, who teaches us how to be a very, very good friend,
Yeah.
is, yeah, you can learn from books, you can learn from your parents. Those are great teachers. But the best mentor or the best mentorship program is the Bible.
Mm.
And the Bible defines in clarity on
Mm. Yes,
what
it does.
really true friends are, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there because I want to um, implement what the Bible says about it.
Come on with it.
Proverbs
What's up?
17:17. It says, a friend loves at all times, and a
Stop,
brother
stop,
is
stop,
born.
stop, stop, stop. Y'all hear that? A
A
true
friend
friend.
loves at all times.
Only when times are good, right?
Mm.
So let's stop right there. So why is it that, or why is it so difficult to stop loving people when they misuse us? Why is it difficult?
Ooh, that's deep. I
It
think
really
mainly
is.
because we're human. I mean,
Yeah.
quite honestly, um,
Mm,
and it's difficult because a lot of people lead with their emotions first.
Jesus.
We don't. We once we're crossed, you
Hmm.
know, you don't want to be fooled again. Fool me once, shame on you. You know the
Right.
saying.
Oh yeah, for real,
But
for
it's
real, for
like
real.
being misused. It doesn't feel good, and
Mm,
it's actually, if you are allowing someone to cross you, that means, are you opening the door for someone else to run over you? And so we
Jesus.
think, we're we're taking that, I mean, we're nothing, we're only human.
Right.
However, you know there is a way for us to handle situations. And so, God doesn't want us to be a doormat where people are
Mm,
walking all over us.
mm,
No, but at the same time, you have to be wise.
right. That is so
So,
true. That is true, man. Um, I'm learning through this because a lot of times when we get our, for me, right? Like you said, for me, if I see you, uh, if I see you, how I want to say this, demonstrating. If I see you demonstrating a cycle,
right.
meaning you're up 1 minute, we're good 1 minute, and and now we're not, or you're, and I'll let that cycle go on for a few times. But I
Mm,
believe that I believe me loving you is not predicated or based on, you know, really what you've done to me, or but I'll forgive you, but I'm gonna have to. Let me say this right. I will forgive you,
right.
but I might have to dismiss myself from you because you're causing me too much emotional pain to stay in a fight that
Mhm.
keeps going back into a cycle.
Mhm.
I'm no longer fit for that fight. If I see you circling right back, yes, I'm going to love you. I'm going to
Right.
love you and respect you and honor you and all of those good things, but I'm not going to be attached to you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to love you, but I'm not going to associate with you. And just
Mm,
because it's disassociation doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means you can't have my emotional time. You can't have my physical time. You won't be able to, I don't really need you in my space, you know, because the damage that you're causing me. And what we have to understand is, people, hurt people, yes, but
yeah.
my love is not predicated, on the things you do. My love is predicated on how you act towards me, or how you treat me. It's really
Mhm.
not. If you can give me gifts, and we'll think that's love. But then the minute you don't the minute you don't respect me, then all those gifts mean nothing.
Mm.
That's just
Oh,
me.
I think of that type of like a virus where you
Jesus,
have I know it's rough, right? I'm being real, you know, where
real
um
it's
when I
real Wednesday. So yeah, you already know.
it's real Wednesday. When you think of a virus, it comes and you don't even know it's there until you
Mm,
start getting symptoms. And with the virus, it can't live on its own. It sucks the
right.
life out of its host. So the
Right.
reason why you're getting sick and you can't take any antibiotics because the viruses, it doesn't respond to that. And so, in order for viruses to pass is with time, in order for your system to fight back on its own. And so I
Mm.
think of that with friendship, sometimes you encounter certain people who may be viruses. They may look good, they may be saying the right things,
Right.
but then you notice that they're doing things that you may not agree with, and they're taking you down with them. And so
Mm.
it's like, in order that the maturity part is, you may still be a friend, I may still love you, but it is okay to create some distance, because at the
That's
end of the
it.
day,
That's it.
you have to grow.
Mm.
And growing, when I go back, when I talked about those weeds, those weeds, they will grow with you. However,
Mm.
but they can suffocate you. And so it is okay to be able to stand alone. It is okay.
Mm.
I want to go back to Proverbs 17:17, the second half. It
Come on.
says, a friend loves at all times, and a
Mm.
brother is born for adversity. Now, that means a true friend doesn't depend on the season. They're
Ooh, that's good.
consistent. People are looking for consistency in friendship,
Mm-hmm.
but they love you when it's easy and they love you when it's hard. However, you have to use wisdom in how you demonstrate that love. And
Man.
so, the Bible already knows that being a brother is born for adversity. It's not easy,
Mm.
with friendship, by being a part of someone, because it's a human connection. However, you have to understand that there are boundaries. Creating
Right.
those boundaries is what is going to make that relationship healthy.
Jesus. Jesus. So when it comes to this adversity, I need you to expound and give us some insight on
Mhm.
when when is it too much? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I get I get a brother is born for adversity, but it's like how much is too much?
Mm. You know
Because I
what?
mean, because seriously, because like when we're thinking about this in a natural state, one
Right.
bad conversation, one miscommunication, uh,
Mhm.
one betrayal,
Yes.
one false statement. I'm learning this too because the minute you cross me, I'm done. So I have to learn how to. I have to grow. I have to grow to this point. And that's going to be my prayer tonight. Is Lord, let me allow me. Excuse me. Allow me to love unconditionally. Allow me to be with to be with my brother or my sister in
Mhm.
adversity, or when they caused you adversity too. So that it's tricky because adverse circumstances. I
Mhm.
mean, so many things could be birthed from that. Lack of commitment, frustration, um, confused, like all of these things. So it's like, how much adversity are you willing to take? But the Bible does
Mm.
give us insight, and it says, uh, that a true friend.
Yeah.
If you're taking notes, write this down. A true friend,
Mhm.
somebody that your A1 since day one, will not compete with you.
Mm.
They will not compete with you. And competition is good, but when somebody's trying to get one, trying to do a one up on you.
Yeah.
You can compete, but they don't compete with you, meaning that they don't try to they don't try to outshine you, or to make you, or if the competition, uh if it belittles you, for them to be
Mhm.
elevated. That's bad competition.
Mm-hmm.
If you only invest in the things that you're good at, and then you tell your friend to also do these things, and you know they can't do they're not capable of doing these things,
Yeah.
and you do it and you outshine them and you overlook them to make yourself feel good. That type of competition.
Mm. Whew. When you were saying that, it struck a chord with me. You know, they say, you know, keep your friends close, but your enemies
Friends,
closer. Do
enemies
you
closer,
agree with
right?
that, though?
Right.
Do you agree with that? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Here's how I interpret that. You know an enemy. If you keep an enemy close to you, you'll be able to see you're able to see their plot and their plan against you. And then two, you can kind of question the relationship. So yeah, your friends are gonna be your friends. You can be relaxed. You can be cool with them. You don't have to really be, you know, watchful. But your
Mhm.
enemies or your frenemies, you know, your fake friends are the ones that have your Judases at the table.
Yes.
Because you're going to have Judases
Yes.
at your table, because a lot of the Judases at your table are the ones that could create your elevation.
Mm.
So if I know Judas can elevate me, my prayer is,
Mhm.
God help me to not be to be interested in what they have to say, but not invested in what they have to say. I mean,
Mm.
if I'm interested, that means I can use it to level up. If I'm invested, that means that I'm pouring into it. So if I know you're an enemy, I'm going to be interested in what you have to say so that I can use it, you know, for elevation, or you know, we can elevate each other. Because normally in a business relationship, when it's a, you know, an actual relationship with, you know, with one another, whatever, you got to
Right.
understand your place and your point, or your place and purpose in a person's life too, because there's a lot of things your enemies can teach you, you know, what not to do. So you want to keep them closer so you can see them coming, because you can be beneficial to each other. You just have to know how to navigate those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Uh,
I do believe that. I do believe that in a long roundabout way. But y'all believe that.
Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron,
Mm,
so one person sharpens another.
right.
If someone is dulling your faith, your
Mm,
focus, or your purpose, they're not
mm.
sharpening you, they're sabotaging you.
Jesus. If someone is causing your faith to diminish, or causing your faith to decrease, or showing lack of faith,
Yeah.
or your focus. So we really got to pay attention, y'all. You have to pay attention on what your focus what your focus is, or your purpose. Then they're not sharpening you. They're not making you better. So uh a young woman she's like an advisor, mentor. Um,
Mhm.
she told me this. She said, "You have to ask this: is a person bringing value to me, or are
Yeah.
they devaluing me? Is that relationship, is it bringing value, or is it devaluing me? Is it adding to my life, or is it taking away from my life? These are the questions that we have to ask. Is it making me go further away from God, or am I being brought closer to God? Because
Mhm.
anything that pulls you away from God, or allows you to stray, that's not good company. That's not a person that you want sitting at your table. That's not a person that you want uh around you at all. No matter how attractive they are, no matter what they look like, no matter how beneficial they could be, no how many connections that they have. there's nothing good but sabotaging. They're there to sabotage you.
Yeah.
So
You have to be smart about it. You
right,
have to
and
be smart.
this will be our last our last little question. Um,
Okay.
so when do you think it's best? When do you think the best time is for a real friend to show up? Like I'll put it like this: when in your life has a real friend showed up for you, or have they?
Mm. Hmm. Okay. So honestly,
Yeah,
I say in your broken season, when you're
yeah,
at your lowest,
right.
when you know you don't when you're not at your height, So when life gets quiet and when you start to lose things and when people start disappearing, that's when true friends reveal themselves, you know. I can
Mm,
remember when I was having my third child, so Quincy, and
mm-hmm.
he'll be 2 in December now.
Yes,
And
thank the Lord.
so yeah, miracle baby. And
Really is for
so
real.
man, at that present moment, there were people who I didn't even think were in my corner showed up for me.
Mm,
That
right,
was a low point in my life because
right.
going through pregnancy and going through premature birth and
Mm,
people coming through for me and making like giving my family meal trains and
mm-hmm.
monetary donations to help we're to make sure we were good because it is
Mm,
hard having a small infant in the NICU. And
yeah.
so man, that was one of my lowest points, and I could see who showed up for me, and those are the people who understand. They may not get it, they may not be there
Right.
physically, but those certain phone calls, hey, let me get a meal for you, hey, let me check up on you, hey, I just
Mm,
want to spend time with you. So like those certain things had really revealed who my true friends were in that present moment.
that's good. I also think also in your broken seasons and in your building season as well. You
Hmm.
really need, even if they don't have uh the knowledge or the know-how or or the education or the experience, the least you could do is give me your commitment as far as cheering for me,
Right.
lifting me up when others are tearing me down, like just giving me that word of you can self-motivate all day long, but when you have somebody that's close to you that say, you know what, hey, I don't understand what you're doing, but I know that God is giving you the grace to finish this race. Just that,
Right.
just giving you encouragement. So not only in your brokenness, but in your building season, you know, you can actually be strengthened by the words they say and the encouragement.
Hmm. Hmm. The Lord
Also,
had put.
like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just thinking of like, companionship. Like the Lord
Yeah,
didn't want us, he designed us to be with a partner, not to be alone,
right.
and so, a lot of people, I feel like it's a cop out when people say, I work best alone or I work, by myself. And,
Yeah,
that could be true to a certain extent,
right,
but, you know, um, collaborating together on a certain project, bouncing ideas off of one another and then going off on your own and building that, it helps you get to where you need to be. You cannot
yes,
live this life in solitude. You can't. Somebody answers to somebody. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how
right,
high position you are. You
right.
know, it takes people to make things happen. And so, learning those skills of how to work together with people. You don't
Right,
have to be buddy best friends with them,
right.
but you have to be able to understand how to navigate those situations and conversations with people, to help get you to the next level.
Man, hey, listen, we are. well over time, but not out of word or not of content. We thank you for joining us tonight. Literally, we thank you. The one way you can help us is literally like, subscribe us on YouTube, prayerwithkojic7@gmail.com. Or you can, if you feel like this word has been beneficial to you, share the word. Share the word so somebody can know who's sitting at your table. And our mission at Prayer with Church of God in Christ, 1731 East Kansas, Springfield, Illinois, is this: love God, serve others for you, serve yourself, and disciple to transform lives. God bless you, and we're on a mission. We love you. Peace.
Peace.